So I've had this poster made and framed of 9 records that mean the world to me. First up is Sueño Latino. I first heard that in around 1990, 91 on some mixtape somewhere, and it took me a few years to get a copy on vinyl. Anyway, I got it. It's a classic lyric record. Number 2 is BT, Embracing the Future. This man, Brian Transu, single-handedly changed progressive house in 1993. I first heard that in 93 when I was about 17, and it just changed my life completely. Next up is 808 State Pacific. I first heard this in 89 in the pop charts, and I had it on like a Now album or something like that. I've got about 4 copies of it now. It's my favourite house record of all time. Next up is Sterling Void, It's Alright, a classic example of how to make house music with very little. It's got a drum beat, a vocal, a bass line, a piano and a pad, and that's it. Next up is Frankie Knuckles' The Whistle Song, a classic early Sunriser record that you play at 6 in the morning. I used to play this at Venue 44 in the chill out room around 94, 95. Next up is Transformer 2 Pacific Symphony, a beautiful techno record from the progressive era in 92. I first heard that on a Laurent Garnier mixtape in 1992, which changed my life completely. Next up is Mr. Fingers, Can You Feel It? One of the greatest house records of all time, made in 1986. I first heard a version of this in 1991 when the Pet Shop Boys played a bootleg version of it when they were guest DJs on Radio 1 that week. First heard Future Sound of London versus Prefab Sprout in 1992 on a Sasha mixtape. What a strange combination to put FSOL together with a pop group like Prefab Sprout. But however, the remix is absolute progressive breakbeat genius. End of. And finally, Gat Decor. Again, I heard this in 92 on the Laurent Garnier mixtape, which changed my life completely. And it is the most perfectly executed progressive house record. It's got pads, it's got pianos, it's got hard bass, it's got perfect drums, it's just got hands in the air, it's got everything. So there's 9 records that mean the world to me.